Imagine being born with an extraordinary gift, an indestructible suit of armor, unparalleled strength, and a mind sharp enough to engineer your own defense systems. It sounds like the ultimate power, right? Now, imagine the immense responsibility that comes with it. You're not just a superhero, you're a lone warrior forced to battle against the world itself. But what if I told you that being born as an Iron Man isn't all about the cool gadgets and shiny armor? What if it's actually a tough, dangerous existence? In today's discussion, we're diving deep into the harsh realities of what it truly means to live as Iron Man, without the fame, without the fortune, and without the backup team. So, let's break it down. Why does it suck to be born as an Iron Man? First up, let's talk about the responsibility that comes with the Iron Man identity. As soon as you're born, you're not just born into a world of cutting-edge technology and superhuman capabilities. You're born into a constant state of vigilance. Iron Man is tasked with protecting people. In every corner of his world, danger lurks, and it's his responsibility to shield innocent lives from harm. But protection isn't as glamorous as it sounds. Sure, his suit can absorb missiles, crush metal with a single punch, and even survive space missions. But this protection comes with a price: exhaustion. The mental and physical toll of constantly watching over everyone is immense. Every day the threat could be a new one, and every night there's no guarantee that you'll be able to rest before the next wave of danger hits. For the Iron Man, it's a never-ending cycle. One day it's a supervillain attack, the next it's a natural disaster, and the day after that it could be an alien invasion. As much as the armor protects, the burden of safeguarding everyone can feel like a never-ending weight on your shoulders. Now let's move on to something that might surprise you: the daily struggle of foraging. Iron Man is always in need of resources. Whether it's materials for his suit, energy to power his tech, or food and water for himself, there's always something to be gathered. And we're not talking about a leisurely trip to the supermarket or an online shopping spree. For Iron Man, it's about scavenging in hostile environments, constantly battling against time, weather, and the dangers of the terrain. You can't just send a team of engineers to do your shopping. You are the one who needs to manage the upkeep of that high-tech suit, which means you're not only the hero, you're also the mechanic, the technician, and the survivalist all rolled into one. Imagine the constant stress of knowing that if you don't find the right resources at the right time, everything you've worked for could come crumbling down. You can't just count on anyone else to help. You've got to rely on your own wits, resourcefulness, and unbreakable resolve. But it's not just about protecting and surviving. There's a deep emotional burden, too. As an Iron Man, there's often a need to provide guidance. Sure, you might have a genius-level intellect and an ability to think 10 steps ahead, but the role of mentor or guide to others is not something you can take lightly. Think about it. You're the one people turn to when they need direction. You've got to make tough decisions that can affect not just your life, but the lives of those around you. The pressure of having others depend on you, whether it's a team of superheroes, an entire city, or the entire world, can be overwhelming. You're not just fighting villains, you're fighting the weight of your own decisions. There's also the challenge of leadership. Sometimes being an Iron Man means you have to tell people difficult truths or make decisions that others may not understand. And with leadership comes the constant threat of doubt. Doubt in your own abilities, in the morality of your decisions, or even in the very methods that got you to where you are. Let's talk about the confrontations, because there's a lot of them. Iron Man isn't living a peaceful life in a hidden mansion somewhere. He's constantly thrown into battles. And the threats aren't just external, they're internal too. As much as Iron Man can build armor to protect himself from physical attacks, there's no way to shield himself from the emotional and mental battles. The constant need to fight, to defend, and to rise above challenges can be draining. You could face battles with enemies who just don't stop. Villains who want to prove their superiority. Government entities that question your methods. And, of course, the worst part, sometimes even your friends and allies can turn on you. The emotional toll of these frequent confrontations is nothing to overlook. Every battle chips away at your humanity, at your relationships, and at your sense of peace. It's a brutal existence, where winning isn't always enough. Even when the bad guys are defeated, the scars remain. So, why does it suck to be born as Iron Man? It's not just about the tech or the superpowers, it's about the weight that comes with them. the constant pressure to protect, the relentless search for resources, the burden of guidance, and the endless confrontations. Iron Man's life is one of resilience. He's not just surviving the physical world, he's surviving the emotional and mental strain of it all. Every day, it's a battle not just against villains, but against the weight of responsibility. But here's the thing. Iron Man thrives not because of his armor, but because of his indomitable spirit. In the end, it doesn't matter how powerful you are. What matters is your ability to keep going when everything around you is falling apart. And that, my friends, is why being Iron Man might just suck, but it's also why he stands as a symbol of unmatched strength. Because only someone with the resilience to face these challenges head-on could survive in a world that demands so much. And if that doesn't inspire you, what will?